Alright guys, today is April the 5th, Saturday. It is about 71 degrees out here. We're in Bluefield at what's left of Jasmine's apiary.
Hey now, easy,
after
easy.
the flood.
Not too much on my bee yard.
We'll get back to that later. We're going to show you guys a video. One thing that is good to do in the spring is to rotate your boxes. Often the bees work up in the winter and they don't like to go back down into the bottom box, and we're going to switch those boxes around. Okay, so we found the queen in this box, but that was the bottom box. That one is empty, so what we're going to do is put this box back on the bottom, and then we're going to put the empty box back on the top. That way the bees can continue to work up. That's what bees like to do. They like to chimney up. You can see them girls are bringing in some pollen. They're a little bit confused here. Excuse me, ladies. So it's nice and warm out here today. They're out here working and all that good stuff. So what we're doing today, we're actually just inspecting for queens, and we're rotating boxes if we need to. Now that we got our boxes rotated, we can start to get ready to catch the honey flow. We're going to put some queen excluders on and let them run these queen excluders, fill these honey boxes up. So
I'm a little bit nostalgic because this purple box is from my original hive. One of the boxes.
So you started out in 2022, right?
Yep.
That's when I first met you. You started out with this purple hive. You had 2 hives.
Yep.
And then we grew your apiary to 25 last summer, which was down here, and we had a Hurricane Helene come through, and it wiped away 20 of the colonies. So there was some left. They got moved up here. This spring there was another flood in February 15th, I believe, if that serves my memory correct. So this is what's left. She's got one here, one there, and there's one on the deck. We're going to rebuild this apiary somewhere higher from there. So back this way we might build a platform or something somewhere. It'll be interesting to see what we come up with for that. I want to show you guys this really quick. We've got bees. They've worked their way down into their second box on their own, but we want to decongest this brood chamber a little bit because they are starting to bring in nectar and things like that. Let me show you guys this frame. So what we're doing now, we're going to put a queen excluder on, but we need to take some of these excess frames of honey and nectar and move it up. You can see that they've got some nectar coming in. Get a better video. So I don't want to take this frame up because it's got pollen. We're going to leave this down for their brood to use, but all that new nectar, they're packing this out. We don't want this hive to become honey-bound and swarm. So we're going to move this frame to the outer edge. That way that pollen is facing our brood. This gives her some new frames. We've taken 4 frames of honey out, and we're going to put in 4 frames of empty comb for her to put eggs in. And we're going to take these honey frames, they still have room in them, but a lot of them have wet nectar in them and stuff, and we're going to push them up into the top box. We're going to push these frames up into the top box above the queen excluder. That way they can continue passively drying out this nectar. So I just wanted to show you guys that. If you have a medium box for your upper brood chamber, you can pull those frames up above the excluder to give them more room in the bottom to put brood.
And that's why we prefer not to use double deep.
So we normally just run a double deep and a medium for a brood chamber. We switch that one, and we will switch that one back later, but the ideal is that you can pull out of your brood chamber, the upper one in this case, and put it above the queen excluder to give them more room to put honey and nectar in the top and put eggs in the bottom where we need it to be.